Hello, it's Scott Manley here with another look at Star Citizen. They have just released the Star Citizen 1.1.1 update, and that includes one new flyable ship and a number of other minor features. But this is the Gladiator by Anvil Aerospace, makers of combat spacecraft used all over the universe, in particularly the Hornet, which is of course basically the fighter ship that most people have acquired. This Gladiator is essentially a bomber, and it has a lot in common with the Super Hornet in terms of, laser weapons and things like this, but it has a much bigger weapon, much bigger bomb bay, let's see. Now, interesting thing about this is normally you would have to pay, I don't know, like $100 and something. At this point, I really don't care, because I bought it with rental equipment credits. That meant that I played the game, I shot enough people, I got awarded rental credits for my abilities, and I used it to rent this entire thing for 7 days. So I can try it, and I'm trying to get into the bomb bay. Apparently, at least according to the guide, or according to the release notes, you should be able to launch these super large missiles. These are basically anti-capital ship torpedoes. Good luck trying to hit anything with it, given that there aren't any capital ships in any of the current combat modes. Now, I mean, even if you ignore those, it is still pretty potent. It has 4 laser weapons, it has a turret on it, and it has 8 guided missiles, which you can of course use. Now you can get into the turret here through this little area. Looks like there's a ladder, but in fact what you have to do is kind of step outwards far enough that you can call the elevator. There it is. Go. No. Come on back. Call the elevator. And there are some weird glitches and stuff with the camera because it doesn't necessarily like external mode camera all the time. But yeah, jump in and okay, camera oscillations all over the place. Nope, we're coming in through the bottom. And now we are in our turrets. So this is a 2-man spacecraft. And one of the big changes on the back end is they now actually have real, honest-to-God support for 2-player spacecraft. However, it only really works in free flight mode. There's no bad guys around right now, but what I've got right now is I've jumped into my seat, and there I can shoot things, I can shoot whatever's around, I can even shoot my own ship. But it won't damage it, thankfully, because that would be really embarrassing if you shot your own spacecraft. Yeah, so in free flight mode there are other players. There's no goals, it's just a sandbox for you guys to kind of meet up in. So in theory you can get another player to take the second seat and then fly around. Of course there's no goals to accomplish, but all the same, let's see if we can actually work with another player. There is obviously an in-game comm system, but I'm not actually using it. Here's somebody in a little an RSI Aurora. The Aurora, of course, being the starter ship. The starter ship which is often neglected. Okay, there we go. Look, landing it almost perfectly. You can see his shield coming on there. And there, oh yep, he's getting out. Perhaps he wants to come over and say hi. Compare spacecraft. Hey, how'd you like my Aurora? I'm like, I'll get 2 of those back in my... I've got 3 of those technically, because I had 2 accounts. But how do you like my Gladiator? Well, it's not really a real Gladiator because it's just a ROM inside a game. Look, so this is another player. This is totally legit that we are both occupying the same server. This is not some crazy hack. I'm going to try and get on board and see if he will take the hint. Okay, jump on board. Where's he going? Nope. Oh, is he that? No, wait, that's me. I thought I'd already moved up. Man, this camera, it needs a little work here. Okay. Coming in. Right, where is he? Is he jumping into the pilot seat? You know what? I should encourage him to jump into the pilot seat. Right, why would I want him to do anything else but jump on board? In fact, we will remove his transport. There, let's shoot bits off of his Aurora. It's okay, it's just a simulation. Oh look, there's somebody else in what is that? That's It's the older combat vessel, the Aegis Gladius, not to be confused with the Gladiator by Anvil. Yeah, I don't know, this other guy hasn't actually turned up. Well, I don't know what he's doing, but I think I might have killed him. He might have been on board his spaceship. Okay, so... Aha, here comes Mr. Javelin. Let's shoot him. Let's shoot him. No, he's shooting me with more guns. Ah, and I have paid the price. Leonard McCoy has killed me. Well, if he can kill me, he's the one that can put me back together again, right? Okay, there's some shooting going on there. Joy, Leonard McCoy once again. Let's launch some missiles at him. We can launch like 8 missiles. No, it's not working. Oh, did it work? No, we've got like a ton of lock on, but it's not wanting to launch missiles. Die! Oh, what the heck? Oh, he flew off there. Where is he? There! I should have more weapons. Oh, wow! That was pretty cool. And he is off the scope. I'm guessing he has died in that collision. Okay, so let's get back to landing this thing. There is Vega C. Maybe Vega C wants to help me out flying a Gladiator. So let's just get over there. We'll try and land on the same pad. Even if we don't end up on the same landing pad, we can always EVA across from one to the other. It just takes a little bit of work. Okay.
Starboard shields, 25%.
Somebody's shooting at me. Whoa! Oh, and I've landed in the wrong place there. Not what I expected. Oh, let's try and get down. Oh wow, and I'm missing a big chunk of my spacecraft. Who's going to want to check that out? Okay, there, just nudge myself backwards and touchdown. Okay, there we go. Now I think the Gladiator is still using the old damage model, but I could be wrong on that. I've not really seen any updates on how the new damage model is getting implemented. I am trying to get out so I can take a look at... Oh, apparently I popped out the top there. Yay for weird clipping. Okay, so apparently I crushed this thing beneath the massive bulk of my bomber. Doesn't look like there's anybody on board. Then again, maybe they are trapped inside the wreckage. Let me use my laser pistol to see if I can free them or not. Apparently that isn't working particularly well. Oh, and it's evaporated. Okay, well, never mind. Let's take a look at my spacecraft. You see, shooting it doesn't really do very much. Wow, look at that. It's like that F-15 that's missing a wing, right? The laser's all beaten up. We got a lot of charring here. That's what happens when you hit by a bunch of heat-seeking missiles on one side. Looks like I'm missing half of my bomb bay. You know that I've figured out how to launch it. It requires some complicated interaction between the heads-up display and the weapon system. So I can't figure out how to launch these things. The manual is there, and I'm sure it's possible. Oh, yes. Oh, look, there's another dude! And he's jumping into my pilot seat, so I shall jump into the gunner seat. Quick, quick, don't let him get away. We want to share this experience. Once we've shared a Gladiator... wait a second. Once two people have shared a Gladiator, they are bonded forever in life, or something like that. I don't even know who this other pilot is. Okay. What did he come down? He must have EVA'd across, because I don't see another spacecraft there. And yeah, it seems very, very glitchy. It kind of paused for like 30 seconds, but now we have control back. And I can shoot anything that comes near me. So the turret does actually seem to stay still regardless of the motion of him. So as he's turning, my turret is automatically keeping my same location selected. Look at how beautiful this is. Wouldn't this be great when the full game actually comes out and you can actually have, have two people join the same lobby and start out in the same spacecraft? Multi-crew ships is supposed to be for Arena Commander 2.0. So the fact that they actually have support... Oh, look, there's a Javelin there. Please don't kill me this time. I just would like to land. Now, I could use the inbuilt chat system to send him a message, or I could just shoot lasers in the sky. I think shooting lasers is likely to be more reliable. There we go. And very very pretty to look at, all those laser bolts shooting off into the distance. And we're back! We've landed successfully. Let's jump out, climb out the bottom, and since we have two pilots here, I can show you another one of the features, which is of course still being worked on. Now, it is possible to do first-person shooter stuff. Look, there he is, he's got his gun out already, he's just waiting. Wanting to decide, I guess since he's got... What the heck? Why is my gun not there? Oh my goodness! Ah! Oh, wow. Yeah, he totally shot me. Look! First-person shooter in Star Citizen totally works. So, the Gladiator isn't the only two-person spacecraft. We also have the Super Hornet, such as this one here. Yes! Look at him, I've just come up over the top and his gun arcs are not sufficient to track me, so I can just hit him with impunity from above. Ha! There you go. Yeah, the Super Hornet is a two-seater, and the person in the second seat can control the turret. I believe the other two-seater in the game right now is the Drake Cutlass. Although the Aurora technically has a second seat, but all you do is you lay down in the sleeping area. Speaking of Auroras, won't somebody think of the Auroras? Look, with the latest release, there has been a significant rebalance in the amount of rental equipment credits made available. I decided to do co-op Vandal Swarm in a standard Aurora, right? Because, again, this is what most people backed for. Most people backed at the level where they would get the cheapest spacecraft. This doesn't have missiles. It can shoot things down, but it is a huge disadvantage in any of the PvP combat, right? At least in cooperative Vandal Swarm you'll have a chance of getting a few kills. But it takes a long time and a lot of patience, and I'm not a great pilot, but I suspect that even the best pilots are going to have a hard time getting any large numbers of kills. This was a 4-man squad which was just created, automatically. 3 of them were Super Hornets, and I was in an Aurora. And believe it or not, I didn't actually come last. After getting shot down by some missiles, yeah, I was resolutely in the middle of the pack. So I feel I can hold my head up high just a little here. Working together, we made it through to Wave 15. There was only one other player left, and yeah, I ended up attacking Reaper, which is of course the elite Vandal, and it was great for a while, and then some damage had happened and finally caught up with me, and my weapons were just overheating all the time, and I was really, after shooting him for a little while, oh, there he is, he's still alive. Oh, that's my friend. And missiles, shut those down. Okay. Yeah, I found that my weapons just would not fire quickly enough for me to do any damage. And that is one of my teammates succumbing to the awesome firepower of Reaper. I'm not sure how many of my teammates are left still logged in. There's one there. Okay, it's just gonna stay on Reaper as long as I can. Okay. Oh, another Papa Victor died. No! And more missiles! Missiles evaded. Gotta keep using that chaff, but I think they're all gonna be on me now, and most of my spacecraft is now red. And I don't mean painted red, I mean it's the damage status. Ah! And there we go! So yeah, I ended up... And so there, after 34 minutes, I got 375 rec. Right? That is about 10 per minute. That is not very much. This is a real problem for players that only have Auroras. I've tried a bunch of different modes. The earning rate is not great. You're going to need to be playing this for about 10 hours if you want to get an Avenger. Well, this account does have a small pile of rec available from before the grand nerf that made everything so difficult. And an upside is that they've gone and decided that everyone will have access to all the limited ships in the store. So you see right up at the top we have the LX, the Mustang Delta, the M50, the 350R, and of course the Super Hornet and the Gladiator. So if you have 16,500, you can get the Super Hornet. Now, Now that has eliminated one of the big concerns that had been expressed previously. Everybody can get into a Super Hornet if they want to, if they want to spend the time. Downside is, yeah, it's going to take a lot of time right now. According to Ben on the forums, they over-nerfed the rec earning rate and they will be fixing it at some point, but these things kind of go back and forth, as I'm sure you know. I doubt the earnings will be as good as they once were. Anyway, yeah, that's what's new with Star Citizen. It seems to be a little more sprightly with the latest release. We now have the functioning turrets. So, you know, multiplayer spacecraft are definitely taking a big step forward. From the sound of things, it looks like it's going to be May at the earliest before the FPS module appears, and obviously the FPS module will be vastly more capable than that very simple first-person shooter, the thingy that I did with the other pilot. I don't even know that guy's name, but whoever it was, thank you very much for coming into my game and helping me demonstrate the Gladiator. I guess you guys say I'll see you in the verse, but I say I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.